Let's continue playing The Way, episode 6. When we last left off, we were doing some acting, because we felt like it. And here, by that beast, now that it upstaged me, it seemed to get Vashti was given quite a fright. I wonder what she's doing in there. Let's go, people. Time for the next scene in 15 seconds. Okay, that's locked. We want to be on the stage in 15 seconds. Let's talk to Alan. Iron is in the fire, Rhue. We must let it cool. The next scene is critical. Right. Fear not, though. I have a plan. Pardon me, sir. I have a small delivery for you. A delivery? Well, bring it here. I'm probably going to lose some points for delaying the show, but... Is that a plan, Rock? With a note. It reads, Dear Alan, the best is yet to come. This is going to be a long and painful night. This plan rock might come in handy, if you know what I mean. Pfft, a mockery. That is what this is. I don't need this stupid rock. Take it and dispose of it immediately, Rhue. Sure thing. I'll just tuck it away. Hey, what are you going to do? What were you going to tell me about the next scene? Hey, come on. We need everyone who's out here who's in the next scene. Flaming fires. Just listen to the narrator and be yourself in a semi-rotten mood. Done. I think Rhue can pull off semi-rotten mood. After defeating the great beast, Carver and Kura took the priestess Luma captive. Carver was kind to her, but Kura bore her no goodwill. Carver pleaded with Kura to change his mind and release Luma, but Kura could not be swayed. Kura would not break his contract, nor his word to the guided. He was determined to fulfill what he felt were his obligations. Were it not for their brotherhood etched in blood, Carver would have done more to try to help Luma. But he was bound. He could not betray his brother in arms, and so he bided his time and waited for an opportunity. And so it was that one night Carver allowed himself to accidentally give Luma the chance she needed to escape. The poorly tied knot around her wrists, Carver declared his great sympathy for her plight ever more than before. And so she freed herself and snuck off into the woods late that night. But fate was against her, or something darker. For Kura woke suddenly from his sleep and soon gave chase, following her trail. Stop! You can't escape me. I stop only for lack of breath. By the wind, I would fly from you forevermore. But meant a little, for even with such a wind, I would still overtake you. I'd never fail my task. Is that why you pursue me? On the merits of pride alone? Honoring a commitment isn't not based on the kind of pride you speak of. What have I ever done to deserve such ill treatment? How can you justify what you are doing to me? I'm not concerned with justice, right and wrong. Do you not realize that I'm a mercenary? It's merely good business sense to be honest in my dealings. For to be untrustworthy in this line of work is to be unemployed. I understand you now. I see you for the murderous dog you are. Exchanging lives for kivers to fill your pockets. Indeed, you're a miserable man. We're gonna strike you, and... Enough of this. I'm taking you back now. Let's not piss off Vashti at the moment. But instead, let's talk to people. During your day in the sun, Rhue? Oh yeah. Okay, guided. Whew, things are getting exciting now. Sure, it's shaping up to be a winner. It's Rhue, we've been sabotaged. What? The spotlight we were planning to use for the next scene is out of commission. Somebody tampered with it within the last half hour. This means my stalker is probably in the building. That's a nice thought. What are we going to do about the lights? There's a backup system we can use above the stage. You'll have to take a ladder up to the rafters above the stage. There's a control booth for the secondary lights, and this bit is annoying. Prepare for annoying minigame time. It's a fairly simple system, but you'd better get up there as quick as you can. We don't have much time for the next scene. It's not going to give me any time here. Right, what I'm going to do now is turn my keyboard upside down. Okay, must be the control console. What the? The note stuck to the bottom of it. I found with the lights. Decided to enhance the control system to make things fun. Wonderful. So yes, it's upside down, and if that was the only difficult bit about this minigame, it would be fine, but it really isn't. Because she dances fast. I have to keep up with where she moves. And it's not easy. Cue the music! At least not. Well, it's easy for now. Yeah. Okay. Not so bad at the moment. Here we go. Begin dancing. You see what I mean? It's just impossible. Yep, there's the first booing, so we've already missed out on the top reward here. At the very least, just about keep her in the spotlight for the moment. But now, time for some speed. Don't you? This is the worst dancing ever. Oh. Alright, that wasn't quite, yeah. Well, I managed that with only one bit of booing. So I'll turn the keyboard back round and take that. You have to be commended with your work with the lights. Not perfect, you did well enough considering the situation. Especially considering the lights have been tampered with and they weren't working correctly. Is that true? Then my worst fears are confirmed. My stalker must be one of the other actors in this very production. No one else had access to those lights. There is a traitor in our midst. Be careful, Rhue. You have only a very small part in scene 4 at the very end. Wellborn will give you your cue. Until it's your time to come on, be most careful. Taken under advisement. I must go now, for I am in the next scene. Yes, he is. Right, so first off, let's notch up some items. Because I might as well. We have 6 heart stones currently in reserve, and we have actually 2 bits of bland rock, so we'll absorb those first. I don't care. So that will basically raise our damage threshold to 32. Is there anything in... Can the extra get any sleep around here? Isn't that Vashti's bed? Wow, Rhue, I think you're right, it is. Maybe won't be happy if you're still here when she gets back. You think? Lance, you're such a jackrat. I'm really bored. Now run along and need my beauty sleep. Fair enough. I don't think there's any items here, but we might as well check. After reading through the entire script of this play, I can tell you that it follows the commonly accepted legend fairly well. And Rhue versus mirrors. I don't think there's any actual mirror comments in episode 6. But let's go on to the next scene. This scene has a bunch of talking between the guide and Carver. To save Luma from the attempts to bribe them with a large amount of Ceru. This interests the guided, but Carver is unable to produce enough to win them fully over. Instead, they promise to keep Luma alive until he can produce a larger sum. Having secured this deal, he goes to inform Luma, who is locked away. However, while he's talking to Luma, Kura happen to be listening outside the tent. The curtain will close for a few seconds, giving us time to set up some tables and chairs for the last scene. In the final scene, you will propose a toast to becoming legends. After Carver drains his glass, you will talk about how he's betrayed your trust. A verbal battle ensues until Carver finally starts to feel faint and topples over. You explain to him that you poisoned him, thus repaying his deception with one of your own. And the curtains will close, and that will be the end of the show. Do you understand? No problem. Good. Because you're on. Did that just happen? Uh-huh. Rhue, you weren't supposed to take out the guided. Sorry, I was just improvising. Wow, That's it? That's the end? I don't get it. Wasn't Alan supposed to be attacked by someone tonight? I thought it was brilliant. The Black Anchor Rhue is so talented. I'm still a little disappointed. Hey, you coming to a scene for the after party? Yeah, you know I've been banned from that place. Don't talk about that. Sorry. Well, we didn't do too badly then. What did you just say? I wrote the letter. I threatened my own life, as it were. My assassin is nothing more than a concoction of my brilliant mind. An added incentive to draw the masses to witness this glorious event. What about the lights? Why would you sabotage the lights if you already had the people here? The blame for such spontaneously lies wholly with my overachieving accomplice. Pip, get in here, boy. Yes, sir? Here's to a marvellous job. In the prospective future, however, let us be more attentive to concert hall property. Thank you, Lanthionis, will do. Now go be a good lad and prepare my table in the scene. Right away. This is quite loud. 2 minutes. Do your plans consign us to an imminent encounter thus far, Rhue? Yes, I've got some business I need to attend to there. I just hope Dyson knows what your pager is. And thus, we... Okay, I guess we'll come back and do that later. In any case, what we want to do now is head over to there, the scene. And now the bouncer will let us in, and we can now attempt a sort of other minigame. Well, it's not really a minigame. It's more finding one person in a massive crowd. I'll see when we find the crowd, actually. It's a big important place. Oh, defensive blade from Midian. Not a lot of people up top other than bouncers, but that's because the main party is down here. But for now, we're going to save and move on. Teleport is already now put into place. Oh, great one. I love this place already. It is quite active. What's this Dyson guy look like? He's got a scraggly grey hair and is infamous for his blue sports jacket. Well, it's gonna be a nightmare trying to find him in this atmosphere. Gonna wimp out? Wanna come back later when lights are a little gentler? No, let's find him now. Okay, let's come back to the elevator if we can't find him. Remember, grey hair and blue sports jacket. Now, I'm fairly certain he's on this bit somewhere. Ah, there is him. Hey, you Dyson? I'm your man. Sweet lands, I'm glad. What is it you need? I'm trying to find a man by the name of Chopega. We just help and it seems to have disappeared. Chopega? Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. He told me about all his research and stuff. A while back he told me about he was about to begin some mysterious experiments in his lab. He gave me a key and told me to come down and visit sometime. I was gonna go about a week ago, but things have been just hectic here at work. Maybe I can borrow that key from you? Sure, random stranger I've not met before. Why not? His house is at the far end of town, it's just south of the Shadow Inn if you didn't know. Thanks. To the focus well and poised for doing that at night, and now the lights go away, so we can more or less see what we were doing. We're not going to talk to everybody in here because there's far too many people for that, but we are going to talk to Alan. Ah, Rhue, come join us in the celebration of our great triumph. I'm not busy right now, but maybe later. Can you not spare a moment before I succumb to this superfluous ends before me? I'd like to give you this, a Linrock. Well, it's something. It's scene slang for "you're welcome." Using exercise in which memorize certain obtuse phrases in order to be recognized as a person who is with it. It's drivel. I hate it. Why can't we simply speak what we mean? Yusupu, Vashti. It's great fun. You tell me to loosen up again, using that sorry excuse for a proper phrase, I will break my wine glass over your head. Haha, scene lang is too much fun to miss. Performance could have been much better, but I suppose it's a miracle that we squeaked by as we did before the backstage disasters. You did well despite my earlier misgivings, and for that you should be rewarded. Heartstone and a Lamrock. She doesn't give you those if you slap her really hard. But if you slap her really hard, you get better rewards from Alan. There's also other things as well, and the lights and other things. I never thought that Alan Fiona's as much a genius until he pulled up this show. So not too bad. Don't think we get any more rewards from in here, but it's not a major hassle. So we're just going to go and so would you like to go today, sir? I'm out of here. We will be returning to the scene at a later point. For now, though, let's actually get over to quite a lot of points now marked on the map, but we want to go there. We shall save the game here, and next time we go and see Joe Pega again. So until then.